Yeah, so my name is Al Chen. I work at Coda, and I'm one of the co-organizers of the No Code New York City Meetup. It's kind of a brand new meetup. It's definitely kind of like an experiment. So afterwards, we're going to send out a survey to get your thoughts about where this meetup should go, what kind of content we should have, speakers, all that kind of good stuff. So that's me.
My name is Eric Zerati. I'm your host today for the Bubble. I'll get into that a little more later, thank you. And yeah, so what you can expect right now from the meetup that we're co-organizing are build nights, some panel discussions, some workshops with, starting with the three of us, but hopefully expanding out. We're tool agnostic, so we're not, even though tonight we're your host, we're very open to building the entire community, no matter what shape or form it takes. So please feel free to come talk to us after this and let us know your thoughts, and definitely answer the survey that's going out.
For sure. Yeah, so basically, we decided to put product hunt and no-code communities together for at least the beginning of the launch of our global event series of product hunt. I'm going to be the product hunt side of the chapter host. We believe that there's a big value in being able to put out a product market fit, validating and a product validate your actual idea, and that coincides well with the whole product hunt mission and effort of finding, exploring, and launching your product. So we want to, maybe as we go on through the night, hear some of your stories, our stories in products you built, with or without code, launching on product hunt. Sometimes, maybe you need advice. We're here for any of that, but these meetups are designed for you guys and us to all know each other. We're all part of the same two communities, and I think it's smart that we all kind of collaborate. My name is Brendan Weinstein. I'll do my contact for the Meetup Stuff product hunt page. The No Code New York City, I'll use this one with as well. And today, I don't know if many of you saw, but Product Hunt released a new product that they've been working on behind the scenes for about half a year now, called YourStack. I'm not sure if any of you have seen it today. Yeah. So YourStack is a very similar product to Product Hunt in the grand scheme of things. If you guys were to tell me in 2 words what Product Hunt in your mind is, could you basically agree that you can sum it up as it's finding products that you use by category for use cases in a chronological order of when they've been released, right? With some sort of review metric involved. The design behind YourStack was the social aspect, not the product, who created it, and how many votes it got, but instead, who is using, favoriting, and enjoying which everyday products in their life, work products, as well as activities. So it's your stack, but not just your tech stack. It's your stack of your life stack, right? And with our networks that we're trusting on Product Hunt, Twitter, we all speak and communicate. It's a social network now for us to be able to find the actual advice and the products that we were instead scoundering through Product Hunt to attempt to compete with. Here's more so a demo-ish. This is a live version. I'm logged in, and this is my actual account. So it's currently in a private. It opened up today for the public beta. The private beta is already back active again because the wait list went thousands and thousands and thousands over what the anticipated was. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a product overview so you guys can all know how to use it, because at the end of today, you guys are going to leave with a special invite that you guys will all get access to your stack today. So if you have a Twitter account and or a Product Hunt presence, we really recommend you come on, find advice, reach out to someone, see what everyone's working with and what products they're enjoying these days. So, can everyone see this? Is it a little bit bright? Okay, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to start from a logged out presence. Right here.
Nope.
Okay, so this is where you'll be taken to from YourStack. You land on YourStack.com. I don't know if you've seen the common jokes going on a lot lately, stacks like pancakes, pictures of pancakes going around. It was all around stacks of pancakes without being able to announce what the product name was. So if you see pancake stickers, that's what that reference is. So as you log in, it's going to ask you to sign in with Twitter. And the reason is that in the technology space, I think most of us can agree, Twitter is the valuable resource that the rest of the social media world is kind of not gaining, in the networking value of, but more so information and news. We have strong networks on Twitter. Ryan and the product team, that's where they do most of their marketing, customer acquisition. So starting with Twitter gave us a very strong map and network of who's verified, right, at each company. So their description and bios were already there. And the network that was built on social network. So when you get to this page, all you will have to do is log in or sign up, right? Mine would be create your profile if I was trying to sign up, correct? Mine is already signed in to my account with Twitter, and that was that easy, okay? So let's take that back one step, and let's say if you did not have access to the platform just yet, correct? You would need to have YourStack being a logged out version. So the only reason I showed you guys that is the seamlessness between Product Hunt and YourStack will be very smooth because both the authentication for Product Hunt login is your Twitter account as well. So here's an incognito view. This is what the homepage looks like today, right now. If you see, as you can scroll through, this has nothing to do with my account, my profile. This is activity-based and relevant accounts, right? Who's followed most, who's interacted with most, similar to the way the Product Hunt feed will work. So if you're a product enthusiast like I, and you use 10 different technology tools in your productivity lifestyle, planning, maybe you have a calendar with your wife, right? For me, I use AirPods Pros, couldn't live without them, right? The noise canceling is phenomenal. Those are things I would stack on here, right? I don't know if someone else has an opinion or needs a review about it. So I would just go over right after I hit login for me. I'm going to have to authorize Twitter, and it's included in the sign-up process. That is the entire three-step onboard to having an actual account now activated. Up until today, accounts were not activated. You could come in and see what your profile would look like, but you could not actually add products to your stack, and you could not share your profile. Everyone in this room will be able to get access to it today and have full access. So I recommend after that you guys try to reach out and do the right thing, pay it forward, try to invite as many of your colleagues, friends as you can. That would be great. So once you're logged in and signed in, the people that you already follow on Twitter are recommended to you, but not automatically followed, right? So it built your network for you of who's actually socially connected to you, who you're interacting with, but it did not build any of the networking aspects that Product Hunt has. What products am I interested in? Because it's not the same upvote system. It's not for a relevant insight into being able to ask a professional who uses that tool, hey, why'd you like that tool? Or what value are you seeing out of using Airtable as your backend versus Notion, right? This is a place where you're not just going to have to rely on who decided that they had the most clout to gain as much upvotes, and that was the goal. Here it's going to be much more just product discovery, right? Social networking, communication, and bonding over those products. So I gave myself as an example, like Ryan, we can start with Ryan, that's what he told me to do today. So Ryan's obviously going to have a lot more going on here than the rest of us. He was building and stacking things 7 months ago on here. So he said the way he envisioned this originally was that he used to have one email thread with his friends, right? And they would basically throw in products every day that they were adding to their lives. And then they would just I second that. But it wasn't upvotes, it was only from a relevant audience. So your relevant audience in here will be built later on in the same social map. It will not just be your Twitter account, it'll be the companies and the employees at those companies, as well as the other users of that product that you've now built a map of interactivity with, right? If I am on Ryan's profile and I see that he is a Twitter user. He stacked Twitter. I do too, I like that. You know what? I'm gonna comment on that. Twitter's a single best platform for that, right? Whatever he's stating here, if I make a comment, anyone else who has stacked this will see it. Anyone else that is following Ryan or I will see it. As you see, it's much more of a socially connected discussion regarding the products that we all use in our everyday lives, and it's not just technology. If you see, for those who are avid, let's see, backpack, there you go. Ryan decides that he loves his ISM backpack. Can't go anywhere with that. This is a part of his everyday life. This is something that he would like to, you know what I mean, display and be an advocate for. I've never heard of this backpack. Use case proven there is I can now see it, reach out to someone who I know I trust, and I will ask him how it is. I can then also see whom else reviewed it negatively or positively. Land on product type, if it's at the top, it's assumed the best of the day is not necessarily where we should be getting our actionable, you know what I mean, information and guidance in product discovery from. So the plan right now is to obviously continue to slowly onboard users and initially try to make sure every one of the users who comes on has at least one product that you can pick, that you believe in strongly. Whether it be hardware or technology, it could be a book. But if you can please give a pro tip about it, like a very, very well, thought out reason for why that's a product that's important to you, that's what this platform took 7 months to create, was not being irrelevant in the sense that if you just go through and everything you like, you put a heart on. Now, I can't actually reach out to those who are utilizing this and power users and one that I can trust. So the first product that you guys may stack, when you come into your account, you'll have a profile page, right? Your profile page on here will have nothing in it, okay? So plus stack is going to be just this, as simple as a form. Name any product you use, like, or would like to buy. Anyone, you guys have one?
Notion.
What was it?
Notion.
Notion? Oh. There we go. Sorry.
Wait, why were there two?
I was going to get to that right next. There were two because Notion was already in my stack. So if you see here, it says in your stack, right? I can click on Notion. Why do you love Notion? This is going to be just my review of why I love it. It's not going to re-add it to my stack. The one below was just going to pull up my profile with the stack. So it was just informing me of that. I'm going to re-add it so that we can see what it looks like in going through. So now I'm not going to, there we go. This is not, he said it might be a little buggy at first. There we go. Why do I love it? I like its collaborative, I can't type on this keyboard. Okay, yeah, collaboration. Oh, this thing is not working, I'm telling you.
Little butterfly keyboard.
Yeah, I hate that. I'm not getting this keyboard ever again, I'm sorry. Right, that's something I love about it. I love the pre-built templates, right? How they have 4 or 5 views, and I could just simply kind of replace some of the data. It's a quick starting point, launch point. Bang. If I add that to my stack now, bada blessed, if I want to advertise that, get my name out there, get some invites, that's fine. It's not obviously the design right now. Like I said, our first mission would be just add your one favorite real product and write a review about it. Yes, go ahead.
What are the hashtags in there?
Okay, so up here,
Yeah.
as you, I'll get that yes as well. When we were originally creating our accounts as trial beta users, we had to list interests of ours that would allow them to go out and find us in a network, basically, map us, and find products to recommend to us. That way we would not be lost, when there wasn't a full database yet of the products being used. So as new products were added in that category, we were recommending them. That will still be the case when you go in and create your profile. In here in settings will be a list of topics that you get to choose. So I've highlighted, as you will see on my profile, what interests me, correct? Now, I didn't add one other one, and that is social media. Okay? By now doing that, I will see product recommendations as well as employees that work at social media companies that are tagged with that. That's credible for me to know I can reach out to that person, or I can sort by that category to find some new products available. So if you were a user and you were on Product Hunt, I was asked to kind of give two different scenarios. Are you trying to find the next tool or product for you to use in your current everyday, like lifestyle on Product Hunt, or are you currently trying to explore what products, what technologies, and what features are being made currently? The latter? Correct. That's the way I felt too. I'm a product discovery enthusiast by trade. I feel like if I'm building new tools and features and testing, and I don't know what's been released, what's out there, right? What I could be implementing in a much easier or more efficient manner, then I'm selling myself short. This is supposed to be kind of the network behind that allows us to reach out to resources. Find who others, if you have let's say, role model. Here we go, Emmanuel over here, right? If I want to know what he uses, what would I do in Product Hunt? Like, go to his profile and see what he's upvoted? No, right? Like, that's anyone just clicking a button. Here, I'll be able to search by anyone in this room. Let's maybe say, anyone on here have a profile yet made? Anyone here? You do? Al has made a profile. So let's go and say, people, Al Chen. Al, you're not in here.
For sure.
That's interesting. Al Chen. That was a bad example. Okay, so I will give a better example. I'm in here and I'm going to go to home and I'm going to find a search from the home menu. Oh no, I think you're right, it's just no internet. There we go, okay. So here's from the home menu. I don't know every one of these people at all. I actually don't know majority of them. I've never connected with them. I haven't followed them here. But I have a connection to a product or someone who's like that product on this page, right? So the recommendation system is still helpful. I would then say, you seem to like many similar products that I do, and you also happen to be into meditation as I am, right? The tag as well as the products YourStack. I want to know why 7 people have voted this to be the #1 of all of the wireless noise canceling headphones. Why was this #1? This is where not just commenting on somebody's opinion comes in, but the pro tip section. And this is why I asked you guys in the beginning, if you could name your one product and make sure the pro tip section is the first thing you guys can complete about that product, it would be very helpful for us, because that's kind of like that highlight discovery, indicator to as many people as possible that this is the professional and the best use case of this product. So we would love for you guys to give us your true use case, not just why you love the product itself. So if you guys have any questions just regarding what YourStack is as a product, not workflow, not onboarding or using it actually in your everyday lives, I'll be more than happy to take any answers and answer any questions. I do know that Ryan is going to be sending out, as soon as you guys use your secret invites, onboard, a flow, a full diagram, a full description, and a full set of fields for you guys to be able to tag your categories, your products, and that way you guys can have profiles built like ours would. Yes?
What is the link for the secret invite?
It should be, can I see the thing? I have one. It's on, I think it is just secret invite, to be honest. Can I have one of the pages? He told me it's on here. Yes, it's just YourStack.com/secret-invite.
I tried that,
Yeah.
and it won't let me in.
Really?
Not to that guy.
What? No, that's, I'm gonna have to tell it's right. That's interesting. I don't understand how. There's a chance I can't type this thing. Okay. I think this keyboard is actually not registering because I'm typing the right key. There you go. So that's the page that would come up, right? At first, that link is gonna come from the survey at the end of this, right? From us, okay? Ryan, I believe, may have to activate it as he may not want people using the secret invites during the meetups. They're currently in LA, they're 3 hours behind us. That very well could be why. He did not tell us that, so I apologize greatly. But this is where you would start again, right? If you got that secret invite link. So if I sent this to, let's go to any other page really quickly, and I went on to YourStack and logged out now. Should I be able to use this link? Yes. I just want to make sure this works for you guys. 1 second. Yes, go ahead.
How do products get added to?
That's the next and last step. So, the reason why the invite was supposed to be last was for that question exactly. That invite brings you through the original onboard. I do not have the admin settings to be in a user state of first entrance, so I could not go back through exactly what your onboard would look like. The explanation, the products that they've asked you to identify that are similar to products you like, that'll be kind of your profile building section. And then as soon as you come on and you do log in, you'll see this, create your profile. When you create the profile, if this will load, you'll just see a form field, add the product, right? The 6 months of building and beta testing this were to find relevant products that needed to be added, but deeper than that needed to be added not on a per person basis. The product and its employees were one piece, and then the comments, likes, and reviews were a separate network. So I'll just go over here to Stack, and I add something to my stack, any product. If it does not exist yet on the database, let's say
Bubble.
well, Bubble's definitely on there, and it's in my stack, you'll see. It is in your stack, okay? Where you love Bubble. I'm gonna put, let's see a bad product. It's not a bad product that I wouldn't use. No, I'm missing. I don't use Excel. I don't think I put Microsoft Excel. Bang.
Oh, man.
Well, I would rather write, queries than write Excel, but I probably should have added the whole.
I've added Google Sheets.
I did add Google Sheets. So now I added that to my stack, but it doesn't have any reasoning behind why I've added it. That's why the first thing I would really appreciate you guys to do is please write a thorough response so that the other users know, some insight into why. I'm going to leave that blank just for right now, as hopefully the use case that you guys will see, someone will ask, what do you like about that product? And the communication continues. I think that my first experience, the best thing that I did was go on to the right-hand side and see, the newer products being added, because it's still early on and not everything is going to be in here. So it's not product releases, but it's more so the products that some maybe niche users have found, seeing as thousands that were onboarded probably would have added to the everyday, products or tools in their lives. The other goal of tonight is for you guys to realize that it's not like something for you to be advertising what you have in the side of it's not technology. So like Ryan's backpack, these headphones, right? But it's still that product discovery and review metric system that's going to allow us to understand who do you reach out to and who do you discuss and build a network around similar topics and interests about. And then where's the best piece of advice about that product. So I'm sure many of you guys are advocates and very well experienced in various different fields. Way more so than I. My answer here is going to be worse than yours. If you have experience with a product, please give us some insight and please respond to anyone else's questions. That is the most helpful thing that anyone on the stream could do. If someone out there has a question about a product you've used, just feel free to shoot them a message and say, this is X and Y is the reason why the Airtable is better than Notion for a back end of a no-code tool, right? That can be that simple. It's going to help facilitate the understanding of why we're all going to now be interacted in a product hunt community, whereas product hunt before was kind of an advertising job board up and down to launch a product and then not really see scaling. So that's Ryan and the team's kind of I guess, mental overview of the way YourStack should look right now. It's going to look significantly different over the next 3 to 6 months as the knowledge, information, and the graph gets built for us to all be getting recommendations, new products that came out today that you will like, based upon your similar interests, categories, and products you've liked. If a new version of a product you like and YourStack comes out, updates saying, you know, the new model of the iPhone 11 came out, you have an iPhone 11, like, would you like to ask such and such for a review on it? Right, so it's facilitating the conversation is the goal. Please do not be shy, reach out, share links, invite people, react on Twitter. It's what we all want. We want to break down that vulnerability barrier that Product Hunt is sort of causing at the moment. So, thanks. Now, I just want to preface that with saying this is not my product, and since they're launching later tonight in LA, we have not actually gotten confirmation from them about what is or is not working. So at the end of this, when I wrap it up, I will be getting an email from him with the exact overview instructions. They should still be the same. I'm going to get a double check on this link, but everyone here tonight definitely will have access to be invited, if not this link, then by me, to definitely join and register. I ask that each one of you, to activate your account tonight, will have to invite 5 of your friends. Like when you log in with Twitter, they will be right there on the bottom right, like right here. Invite, and you're done. What that's going to do is it's going to tweet it out, but it's going to tweet it out from YourStacks, not from me. Yours, if I wanted to show you, there's that. And now let's move on to Twitter. This is the viral mechanism you guys may have seen going around today. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw people asking each other for comments on, or just the Product Hunt page posting these. This is what you would get as an invite, and then this would just put that user on the wait list. Your guys' invites that we'll be sending out will be instant activations. So we recommend that you guys invite 2 people. It'll also get your account recognized by the other users of YourStack. We all get notified when new users join, so we can now see your profiles and basically collaboratively build the network in its early, it's still in a very early beta stage. So enjoy it, play around, see how others are using it. The way I described it is just the first day, literally, that a few people have told us reactions different than even Ryan and the entire design team had thought this was going to go on day 1. So I would love to hear how you guys did use it. Maybe next time or in the survey feedback, if you could hand that over to me, I'd be happy to pass the feedback along and help refine the product so that you guys can really gain some value out of it. So yeah, that is what YourStack and all the hype is about. I'm not sure how many of you are interested in products so much as no code products itself, but I think that if you are curious about product discovery, you'd be very beneficial of building out your network and your resources here on YourStack.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna say one thing about it. It's like I was kind of experimenting with YourStack. I built my stack like 2 days ago, and someone asked about how did they find the products for the database. And what's interesting is if you add some super esoteric product, I think what happens on the back end is if it's not in their database, they actually run a live Google search through their API, and they try to find that object in Google, and then they pull back the image from Google Images and say hey, is this the product you're talking about? So I had my personal blog, this experiment, and it found it, and then it took the image from Google Images as this is the thumbnail for that product. And then that becomes an object on the graph, which someone else could potentially add. But I know no one's going to add that because it's my crappy blog. So that's kind of how I think new products get added to the database, is through the Google Search API and Google Images API.
So when you hit, like you said, when you hit Join YourStack, which is what you did the other day, and you create your profile, if the profile is not yet, and if the product is not yet created, it allows you to right underneath it say, let's just move me on. It's one of mine. Say, add it. You have to give the website. That's how it grabs the URL picture. You're actually giving them the website.
Or I was actually able to search without putting the URL and it would return
Then a company.
not the company, but take image and cool images.
Right, that means someone had stacked the product. So if you click stack and I type Spotify,
You got more fans than you realize.
yeah, I'm the worst at this. Right, Spotify is right there. Why do you love it? Add to my stack. Anytime anyone's added a product, the first time they had to add the URL. Once the URL was added, if the product is in the database, the network starts building. How many other people have stacked that and reviews about that? So if it exists anywhere, it exists everywhere.
All right, everyone. Some new faces. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Drinks are in the back left corner. Pizza's here to my left. And the next person up to speak is our first sponsor. Katie, when you're done, you want to come on up and do a little chat?
Alright. Cool, I'll make it really quick. So, pumped to be here. My name's Katie. I'm with Public.com. I'm sure not many of you have heard of us because we just launched in September.
I stacked it. Don't worry, it's in my stack.
We've already been stacked.
Correct.
Stacked. Public.com is a social investing app. So if you picture a Vanguard, and Venmo, and a baby, that is Public. And our goal is to just make investing more transparent and more accessible. So two key things about the product. One is fractional investing. And so if you want to buy a share of Amazon today, it's $1,800, give or take. With fractional investing, if you have $2 in your bank account, you can buy a slice of Amazon stock and get in on that stock. The second piece that makes investing more accessible is the social feed. So the ability to see what your friends are investing in. Today I sold some Tesla stock, my friends commented, and they asked some questions about why I sold. And the idea is just make investing more transparent and more out in the open because it's been an industry that's kind of been locked up between a small group of people. So, and the other thing that's kind of cool and relevant to the Stack demo we just saw is that when you sign up, you can claim your handle. I'm at public.com/KDP. You can see my entire portfolio. No numbers on it, but you can see the companies I believe in. And importantly, we're not a day trading app. We feel that the companies you buy and invest in are a reflection of who you are and what you believe in. And so that's why we have these permanent profiles that showcase where you invest.
Can I bring up the profile? Do you mind?
Huh?
Can I show them your profile? Do you mind?
Yes. KDP.
Yep.
Somebody beat me to Katie, which sucks because I work there. But these aren't my dollar amounts. These are the current stock values and the up or down on the day. But here you can browse and see kind of the places I invest. There's people I follow on there. There's some kind of cool people in the industry. Scott Belsky's on there, a lot of VCs. You can kind of see what smart people are doing. The interesting thing to me as just a personal investor is that I feel like when I was getting into investing, I was following a lot of finance experts, and in Public, we believe that we should elevate voices of people who have domain expertise. So if my friend's a VP of product at YouTube and she buys Roku stock, she obviously has credibility in streaming media. And so everyone's kind of an expert in something, and so the idea is that together, the collective wisdom, we can discover more companies, learn more about investing, make it less scary so you're just not alone with your charts. So today I brought with me two important things. There's about 40 pounds of cookies over there that I nearly perished bringing here. They're from Chip, they're amazing. He's eating one, good. And also, for anyone who wants to start, $20 worth of free stock, so you don't have to put your own money in yet on these vouchers. If you want to get started, you have to be 18 and a US resident. There's some very intrepid high school students here, which is absolutely amazing, but you have to be 18. So I'll come pass these out. If you want one, take it. If you have any questions, and yeah, you can sign up on here though if you want to get that free voucher.
And what about your little guy here at the bottom? Just kind of give them
What God?
So on the bottom,
yes.
bottom footer, go ahead.
Okay, this is a fun tool we built and put on Product Hub. So basically, if you go to stock.gifts, you can gift your friend free stock in any company. The value is randomized, so $0 to $50.
Name a stock one of you guys likes. What's your favorite stock?
Tesla.
It's a little high right now, but
Yeah.
Amazon.
That's also high.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, it's all kind of dumb to us.
this is exactly how
Write a
it
little
works.
message. We're actually going to be relaunching this on Valentine's Day, and it's going to be a secret stock. And when you claim it, you'll see who your crush is or who the person playing a joke on you is.
Pay it? Or you don't?
We pay that. It's a growth tool for us. So again, it's randomized
Can you send just if you're already?
Not yet. Not yet. You mean from your own account? I want to gift you 1 share of something to my buddy.
No, let's say we both signed up. Can I give him?
Literally
Oh,
just send
no. Only
$50.
some new
So it's
people.
partial shares, right?
People
It's 300. And we pull it together
Only for
amongst
new
different
users.
users to purchase one as a collaborative. But yes, she just received
So yes,
free stuff.
that's stocked up gifts. So that's our little product, and on Valentine's Day, it'll be something else.
I found that to be one of the most fun parts of it. I was scrolling down. I was like, wait, I'm just gonna send myself some free stuff.
If you can send yourself free stock if you haven't used it yet, but your better bet is.
Now you know why
They're here
what I wrote on YourStack was why I love it. Free stocks.
Ah, yes. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm around. Ask me questions. I have these vouchers, and thanks for having us.
Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And by the way, guys, Katie's contact information is also listed on the page. So if you guys have any questions about that,
Sorry about that.
All right, while Katie's handing those out, who here has actually heard of Bubble? Ooh, I like that. Awesome. I know John in the back, he's definitely heard of Bubble. Guy in the hat, what I have to say is super important. Please pay attention.
$40.
So, I'll give Katie another minute before we dive in.
Yeah.
Sure?
I'll stay. I'll keep it
All
a little pro.
right, so my name's Eric. We are your hosts tonight. There's plenty of Bubble paraphernalia all over, stickers in the front. Grab what you can before they're all gone. We pay for the pizza, the booze, and the space, so welcome. You guys are welcome literally anytime. I'm gonna go through this real quick, but the takeaway from this is we're trying to democratize technology and the people who can build it. So we're really just changing who can build it. And I think that you might all agree that everyone in this room could potentially build something. You guys all know how to program, you all understand the fundamentals. I click a button, it should take me here. I add something to my profile, it should update. You guys know the basics. The only thing that's missing is now the ability to actually do that. And that's where Bubble comes in. We get rid of the universal bottleneck that is engineering. We make it possible for everyone here to code to program without code. So you guys can build complex pieces of software. There's over 300,000 of us building all sorts of different things. And what we're finding is that people are building real products and they're actually creating profitable companies. And so we pulled some from Product Hunt because these are people that have launched on Product Hunt and have actually done real well. Remote Circle, Mirror, the Product Hunt hackathon from last year they won. New Code is an actual platform and community for no-code players. Luego, they launched recently, end of last year, did real well. Earnestly, and then lastly, of course, us, Bubble. We launch constantly on Product Hunt, which is great. And so real quick, I won't take up too much of your time. You guys are all going to walk away with 3 months on a personal plan with Bubble. If you point your camera to that code, it'll actually take you right to the website with the coupon code already in it. So you don't have to do anything else. Give it another second. I see some phones still up. All right, you guys all should have gotten that banner across the top that said Product Hunt. All right, you good? All right, just to give you a quick look at what the tool actually looks like. It's point, it's clicked, it's typed. There's nothing else to it. Anyone in this room can do it. You actually build workflows connecting your front end to your database, your back end, all there for you. It's a complete ecosystem. It's a full stack product. You can literally build anything you want as long as it's a web app. And we've got some resources for you. You like that? We got a very robust forum. We run events here in conjunction with Product Hunt, but also specific to Bubble. And we've got lessons on our site. If you guys have any questions, come up to me afterwards. And I appreciate you guys all coming out. Enjoy the food and the drinks. Thank you. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We've got Al from Coda. Mini. Yeah, man. That's my life. Just pull it into a new screen.
All right, I guess we're here to Coda. New people, okay? Yeah, relatively newer to the no-code scene. I'm just going to tell you a quick story about myself. I am a former financial analyst. I've been a Power spreadsheet user for like 10 plus years. Like love Excel, and I actually am a part of a few Excel communities. Believe it or not, people that just talk about Excel formulas, VBA, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, a few years ago, I actually discovered Coda because I know one of the employees and the CEO, and I was like, this will never replace spreadsheets because I love spreadsheets and spreadsheets are awesome and it's my tool of choice. And yeah, slowly I just started using the tool more and just became a Power user, and now I'm like, this is awesome. Still use Google Sheets, Excel all the time, but Coda for me handles a lot of like collaborative data use cases. And yeah, I had the opportunity to speak at the No-Code conference last year in San Francisco, and over like 500 people showed up at this conference, and I was like so amazed by the community, and that's the type of community that Eric and I are hoping to build here in New York. Just people that are building websites, web apps, applications, tools, using spreadsheets, no-code tools, all that kind of stuff. And as a spreadsheet user, I didn't even think that that would be considered no code, but apparently it is, because my talk last year was all about how I build tools in spreadsheets for the last 10 plus years of my career. And these days I do most of my work obviously in Coda, but just that ability to think about data in different ways is what really drew me to Coda the company and the platform itself. And yeah, I'm just going to go through one little template that I built that I'm really proud of because it solved a personal pain point for me, which is how many of you have ever wanted to know, I think I actually asked this at our last Coda meetup, how many of you have ever wanted to know how much you spent on Uber and Lyft over the last 3 months, 6 months, all the time? Like, you kind of want to know, but you kind of don't want to know, right? And so I was like, I kind of want to know. And so I created this template, and it's really simple. So what it does is, this is not my real data because I don't want to share my actual costs. So this is what a Coda doc looks like, and all it really does is actually it connects with so Coda connects with a lot of third-party applications like Gmail, Calendar, Slack, etc. It connects with your Gmail, and it pulls in all of your Uber and Lyft receipts, and it scans it for the dollar amount. And that dollar amount goes into this column right here, which is ride cost. And you can look at it from beginning of time to the last 3 months by looking at this drop down right here. I'm going to say maybe I want to show like the last 365 days. I think it might still be the same amount. And basically you'll always calculate your total rideshare costs from the beginning of time based on the contents of your email inbox, in this case Gmail. And this is Coda, like basically it's a mix of tables and text and formulas. You can combine things all together. And yeah, I built this template because I just wanted to know like how much I spent on Uber and Lyft over the last like 10 years, or however long Uber has been around. So these are kind of tools that you can build in Coda. And yeah, that's kind of my spiel about Coda. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Al@coda.io. On Twitter, just BigAl123. And yeah, still love using spreadsheets, so if you want to talk about spreadsheets too, like I'm very much plugged into that, so happy to talk more about that stuff as well. Cool.
I think we have one more of our quick tiny little story. Al's actually one of the reasons that I found the power behind some of these no-code relational table and form builders, things that became to me near table. I still use Notion for a lot of it. His product management and his templates were the main templates advertised on Coda.io when I had first seen it. I didn't know that, but your product management is the Dropbox paper link that you had added. There's one or two product management like guides for running product management, like for implementing these documents into your PM, whether it be workspace, whether it be workflow. And I had never really dove into product management. I didn't know what a product requirement spec doc was, right? I didn't know how to build a roadmap. I saw his documents, and about 2 years later, or a year later, it was about a year ago, I would say, we ended up getting connected, and I was like, no way, this is such a small world. Like, this is how I actually grew into learning that I could even use a database by using an Excel sheet, which was what was powered at the time. So thank you for connecting those dots for me. I didn't realize how you got from the spreadsheet to building these templates in Coda, but I found Coda through your templates. So.
So we got one last one, is that right?
Yes, we do. We have one more of our partners that's going to let them speak. Today there's, on the site you'll see the product angle. This is Pradeep from Product Angle.
Hey guys, how you doing today? Nice.
Right?
Good, good. Quick show of hands. How many of you here are founders with products? Okay, and how many of you are working in a cross-functional team? Okay, perfect. So bit of both. Okay, so little story. I love reading books, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts. Okay, everyone does it, right? Everyone has their favorite book, YouTube video, podcast. Well, how do you translate that into what you do into everyday learning? How do you translate that into your real daily lives? How can it improve your skills? You can read a book, you can watch a video, but until you actually implement it, it's something you've just done, right? So I'm the founder of the Product Angle. I'm having a conference on April 1st. It's in Midtown Manhattan. I've been to conferences, workshops for a number of years. I've been in this business for over 15 years. And the number one thing that I found people say is, how do I take this learning and implement it into my daily life? Why is it valuable to me? So what I'm doing is something different. Yes, there'll be talkers, there'll be speakers who you listen to, but we'll have interactive sessions. You'll be broken up into groups, and you'll be actually talking to somebody, learning from them and their experience, but also practicing that skill. So as founders, or if you're in teams, you need to talk to the user. Everybody has to talk to the user. How many of you do custom discovery interviews? Okay, how do you get customers, how do you get more customers using customer discovery interviews? That's going to be topic number one. Topic number two, from Product Hunt, do you guys know Mubs? Mubashir Iqbal? He's launched over 100 products on Product Hunt. He'll be speaking. He'll talk to you about how he creates a product, and it'll be an interactive session where we'll create some products together based on ideas. Okay? And thirdly, well, actually we have nine speakers, but I'm just going to tell you three. The website is right there, theproductangle.com. Thirdly, communication and negotiation is important for everybody. Okay? Whether you're a founder or whether you work for a company. Okay? Everybody has to communicate, everybody has to negotiate. And I'm not talking the enterprise negotiation where you go back and forth on a piece of document. Sales is a negotiation. Okay? Talking to the engineering department why you want extra features, but they're worried about, well, will the software be stable in 2 months' time? That's a negotiation. Okay? So we'll have an interactive negotiation session, which I'm leading. I'd love for you guys to attend. It's on April 1st, Midtown Manhattan. Now, as part of Product Hunt, you guys are all on Twitter? Okay? If you follow the Product Angle on Twitter, have a look at the website and tweet which speaker you are most interested in hearing about or from. Tweet it out. This time next week, Brandon and I will give away 2 tickets to someone who just tweeted which speaker they're interested in and why.
Correct. So at the end of this, you'll be getting a survey. Okay. In that survey, there'll be a few questions like pointers at the end and a few requests. The giveaways will be included in there. Any links that we have for prizes for you guys. With that, there will be a link to his Twitter account. Any 2 random people that do tweet it and out to their followers will be awarded tickets in the value of anywhere from $100 to $300 for this event. I will say myself, I am going, I'm attending, and I actually purchased the tickets. I wasn't even gonna, try to steal, hop in on that one. It's worth it. I think the speakers are pretty impressive group of people, and Pradeep is definitely a trustworthy man.
Thank you. Quick little bit. If you can't make it on April 1, we do have a video ticket because we want you to be part of the actual learning and you can practice it at home. But if you can't make it, it's April 1st. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, so before we let everyone go, going over pizza and network and stuff, for any updates for so again, this No Code New York City meetup, complete brand new. Eric and I are experimenting, so sign up for that and stay up to date on news and new meetups there. We also post other no code meetups that are related to no code. And we're hoping to maybe do like a no code conference in the East Coast, because again, like last year, the Webflows no code conference, like 400 people attended. We want to do the same thing here hopefully one day. And it's really awesome to see everyone here for our kickoff event.
And I just want to
We
make
have
sure.
a no-code debate
Yeah.
April 1st, if you're interested.
So I was going to say that to avoid any confusion, that it's not necessarily one series that's going to be no code and product hunt throughout the course of each of these meetup events. It's the initial kickoff series in our target audiences. The most relevant use case we found was companies that or makers building on Bubble no-code tools to launch quickly on Product Hunt. So we wanted to kind of be able to give that community of, sort of a connection to say, you know how to use Product Hunt well, you have a strong product discovery background, you're a builder and a maker of no-code tools, how can we come together to use Product Hunt to the best of its ability and basically tap into the power of the network that we already have. Some events will be joint, some events will be held by the No Code NYC, and I will just be attending not as a Product Hunt host, but as a No Code enthusiast, as I love this place as well. So, hope to see you guys at those events as well.
Having said that, if you have ideas or you want to maybe speak or present on something you're working on, particularly if we're using no code tools, like just talk to me or Eric. We're still trying to figure out the content for next month, so yeah, we're experimenting and you're coming along for the ride. So.
Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys. Brian's actually announcing the Golden Kitty Awards, and their event is 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys are obviously going to be around, and they announce it, we can certainly celebrate it. If not, as soon as he has the results, I will be sharing it to all of you via the email you registered at. If you would like to add your Twitter account to your profiles on the meetup page, I can tweet at you guys if anyone has won or if they were nominated. I can include that as well from the meetup.
All right, now help me finish the beer and pizza. I don't want to clean it up. Please, thank you.
Thank you for coming, guys. Seriously.